Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and for this video we will be talking one of the important effects in your signal chain, and this will be reverb. But we will not be talking about this type of pedal, but we will be discussing about the reverb that's inside the PodGo itself. So the PodGo has a tons of reverbs in it, and every reverb that is very useful. However, you really need to define what specific type of reverb you want to use in your chain or in the song. One thing that we need to be reminded is reverb can make your sound muddy, like or washy, too washy. And when that happens, you're not going to be able to sit properly on the mix or with the band or for the whole service of praise and worship time. So once again, reverb is one of the most important effects that you will need in your signal chain to create a worship tone or worship ambient preset that you can use for worship. So for this video, we will be using this guitar. It's a G&L Legacy Strat. So I traded my guitar for one of this. Yo, wait up. I just want to appreciate you for watching this video and discovering our contents. And if you're not yet a subscriber, please feel free to click the subscription button below or click the notification bell for future contents and videos. Again, I'll see you backstage. Okay, I'm not gonna show every reverb that we have here on the PodGo, but I'll just show the most important reverb that you will need in a worship setting or in a pedal board or signal chain that you will use for church or for worship. So first one, this is my clean tone. And this is the amp that I'm using. It's the SX15, and we have a IR here. So for the first reverb that we will be using most of the time is this hall reverb, and this is how it sounds without reverb. I mean, it sounds okay, right? And there's no issue with that if you play it like that. But if we add reverb, this is how it sounds. So the purpose of the reverb is to make your sound bigger, and it's like putting your sound in a space. So this without the reverb, there's no space, there's no imaginary room, or imagine you're like in a cave or you're in the bathroom. Okay, that's the simplest term. If you're singing outside the bathroom, you feel like you don't feel that reverb, not echoey but reverby of the room. But when you're inside the bathroom and you sing there, you can really feel and you can really enjoy how you sing, because you can feel the echo or the sound bouncing back, creating a reverb or space in the room. Okay, so that's how the reverb works in your signal chain. Not only making your tone or your sound bigger, but it's creating a space that's maybe big, maybe small, and at the same time it creates more ambient to your tone. So this is the dynamical. And these are the basic adjustments or knobs that we can usually see in a reverb pedal. We have the decay, and if we boost that up to say 40, you can really feel and hear that cloudy atmospheric tail or verb that's going on there. See? Sounds nice, right? And for the pre-delay, this is the pre-delay without it. If we add that, let's do it again without it. Pre-delay. So it's it delays some of the notes that you play before going in or joining, you know, the atmospheric vibe of the reverb. And then of course we have this mix. How do you want the reverb to be affecting your signal chain? So this is for the 39%. If we take out the mix, so no reverb at all. But if you boost it up, now what's happening is it made the sound bigger, but at the same time farther away from you. So the higher the number of the mix is, the farther away the origin of the sound is coming from. And of course there are different you know, options that we have here inside the settings. But at the same time, we have also these trails. So without trail, what happens if you turn it off, it's off. But with trail, if you turn it on, the reverb will stay on your sound. It will, you know, it will keep flowing. And that's so nice. Okay, so that's the first one, dynamic hall. The second one is dynamic plate. So the dynamic plate, the difference for this one with other reverb are this dynamic plate is kinda warm, okay? It has a warm tone in it. That sounds nice. Next one, let's go to shimmer. Yeah, a lot of guitar players use it, but I don't use it, so I use a different one. So this is how the shimmer sounds. So it adds a little shiny, shimmering sound after you play some notes, okay? I add extra reverb on the chain, which is, let's say, oops, dynamic hall is not available. Let's say just a hall, okay? There you go. So, and then, so we have hall and shimmer together. Next one is we're gonna go with this one of the mostly common used reverb here is on the PodGo is the Ganymede. So it sounds very friendly type of reverb, okay? Sounds nice. So Ganymede, very useful. Okay, And then next one, we can go to Glitz. So Glitz, it's one of the most useful reverb that we use here on PodGo, and it's also very friendly. Versus the Ganymede, the Ganymede is kind of warm and friendly. For the Glitz, it's also friendly, but it has more chimey sound at the end of the tail and more atmospheric or ambient. And also it has a lot of parameters that you can adjust, especially for the modulation mixing X over or sover. I don't know how you pronounce that. But again, so this is the Glitz. Okay. Okay, so for the best setting that I normally use for worship, so I use this Glitz Reverb. Let's go there. There you go. So I have this Glitz Reverb here. Now the downside in using a lot of reverbs in Line6 PodGo is if you have 2 reverbs or 3 reverbs or even just 1 reverb, they use a lot of DSP, so it limits the blocks or effects that you can use on your signal chain. But for this patch or this preset that I made, I can able to use this Glitz, and this one is the particle Verb, which is really friendly for this setting that I did. So when I'm going to worship song, this is my setting. I have 6.8 on the decay, pre-delay is 30, and in the mix I go only on 30%, and tail on, of course. So this is how they sound. So instead of going to shimmer, I chose the particle Verb, which is for me very friendly, and it adds more tails and ambient vibe or verb on the tails of the notes or strum. Alright, there you have it. So again, reverb. If you have it in your PodGo or you have a different pedal for reverb, again, it's really important in your worship tone or in worship guitar signal chain or pedal board. And like I said, don't make it too washy, don't make it too decayed, because you want to sit right on the mix. And again, if you're using reverb and delay at the same time, don't strum too much because it can really scramble all the notes on chords in the tail. Or yeah, so again, I hope you learned something today, and let me know in the comments what's your suggestion on how can we properly mix this reverb. And if you have any idea, suggestion to include on the signal chain, let me know. And enjoy your worship, enjoy your service to the Lord, and the most important thing on your signal chain is your heart to worship the Lord. Again, see you soon on the next video. God bless you. There you have it. I hope you have enjoyed this video and you have learned something new. And if you have any comments, suggestions, or questions, feel free to comment down there. And remember, play with heart, worship with purpose. Again, I hope to see you on the next video. God bless.